Yo, mi gente. In this very video, I'll be showing you a clip of Subriel Matias going off on all the world champions wanting all the smoke. Make sure to stick around to the end because I will also be explaining to you further on why I believe Subriel Matias is indeed the king at 140. That being said, without further ado, let's get right into the interview by Fight Hype on Subriel Matias calling out all the champs.
You know, Matias, you have a lot of big names in your division. Some of them are champions. We got Teofimo Lopez. We got Gary Antoine Russell. You know, are these guys that you're looking to face in the future? Matias?
I want fight with everybody.
Everybody?
I don't have problem. Teofimo is scared me. He's pussy, he knows.
He pussy. Yo, bro. Teo. All that talk you was talking, you gotta talk back now. You gotta say something. You gotta want this fight now. He's a world champion, bro. Don't back out now, bro. Let's keep it going, though.
Juan Russell, I think, is a very good fight. And the chicken hitching.
That's what I was going to say next, man. Hitchens wants smoke with everybody.
No got hydration, man. No excuse. So I'm here.
No excuses.
No excuses.
The green belt is the belt that everybody...
This message is for Hitching.
Damn.
Let Hitchens know what you want to say, brother.
Hitching. Now I'm WBC champion. You no got nothing for excuse about the rehydration.
The rehydration. That's what he meant. Damn. He remembered everything. He kept receipts. Subriel Matias kept receipts. Let's keep it going.
This not in the unification. They no got hydration, so call me, man, please.
So it's safe to say that Richard Hitchens is the person you have in mind?
No, he nobody for me now, really. So I got more options, you know. But I think the fans wanna see the fight, you know, because he got my belt, the IBF.
Oh yeah. You're right. So you're after that belt.
The fourth title is mine, you know, but now I got only one, the WBC.
Where would you like?
The 4 titles are mine, but I got the WBC. He got, right now, if y'all don't know boxing like that, WBC is considered the top belt out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's, people consider the WBC the most, most valuable belt out of those 4 sanctioning bodies. So, let's move on.
The fight with Hitchens. You know, Hitchens became champion in Puerto Rico. Does it have to happen in Puerto Rico?
Yo, bro, Rico is my house. I'm fighting with him in the bathroom in the house if he wanted. I don't care where.
You're willing to fight him in the bathroom of the house. It don't matter. Wherever it goes, it goes.
It's no problem.
I see that. I hear that, man.
I think for fight, we need two fighters. And I'm here.
Absolutely. But you're not discounting out Teo. Teo can get it. Gary can get it. Anybody.
Teo scared me. Trust me, man.
Damn.
Doesn't want the smoke.
No. Really. I think he scared me because I don't know why he no fight me. I don't know why. He say I'm on dimension, you know.
Yeah.
I'm be easy for him. But I don't know what happened with him.
That's what I was going to say. You know, Teo said that Puerto Rican fighters are easy fighters to beat. What is your mind on? What's your thoughts on that?
Repeat me in Spanish.
Dijo Teofimo Lopez que los peleadores puertorriqueños eran fáciles de ganarles. Yeah. ¿Cuál es tu pensamiento de eso?
This is the only reason I want to fight him. You know, because he said this. He not talking about me, you know. He talking about my flag.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And this for me is no good.
So what do you say?
If he only talk about me, okay, but he talk in general, you know.
He talked about the country, the flag,
yeah.
And that includes you. That's your country.
This is the only reason I want to send to the hospital.
Is there any message that you want to send to Teo? Because I'm sure he's going to be watching this.
Now, the only I say, when the fight starts, I promise you're going to send to the hospital.
Damn. When the fight is stopped, I promise you I'm going to send you to the hospital. That's the Teo, right? Why is Teo quiet all of a sudden? There was this. Listen, I just ran across an interview. I'm going to cover that one next of Teofimo Lopez. But he sounds very timid. Like he says, let's make the fight, but he doesn't want to make the fight. It's crazy, bro. I'm going to do that one next. But listen, bro. Subriel Matias is the king at 140, bro. I don't care what y'all say. And here's why. Here's why. First of all, kings don't duck smoke. The kings don't duck smoke. You notice everybody's calling out each other, but nobody's calling Subriel Matias out. But when Puello was the champion, they was calling him out. Crazy, right? Hitchens acting like Subriel don't even exist. Hitchens ducked Subriel Matias twice. Teofimo Lopez ducked him 3 times. This is about to be the 4th time, bro. Gary Antoine Russell hasn't really mentioned Subriel Matias. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a warrior. I like Gary Antoine Russell, but he's worried about Teo or Hitchens, and nobody's talking about Subriel Matias, the WBC champion right now. It's crazy. They don't want to smoke with him, and here's why I consider him the king. Let's look at even their biggest fights at 140, their biggest victories. Teofimo Lopez's biggest victory was against Josh Taylor at 140, correct? Josh Taylor beat Catterall in a robbery. Before that fight, they robbed Catterall in that fight, right? Before that fight, he fought Ramirez. Ramirez damn near been on a losing streak. He lost to Devin Haney after Devin Haney got almost murked by Ryan Garcia. Catterall's over here coming off of controversial victories, and he lost, right? And then we already see Catterall beat Taylor afterwards. Those ain't really respected, that I'm not gonna say it's not respected. Okay, beat Josh Taylor, but it's not that valuable when you compare it to the other champions, right? Let's look at Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell beat Rayo, That was his biggest fight at 140. Rayo beat Pitbull Cruz, It's not, it doesn't hold that much weight. We got Richardson Hitchens. Now, Richardson Hitchens, we could make an argument with him. But what we take away from that is, he did beat the man that beat Subriel Matias. That's a fact. But then he defends against Cambosis. We can't even add that in there. We can't even fit that in there. That don't even count. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off like 5 straight losses, Cambosis. And he immediately get a title shot going to 140 is crazy. But the only difference is with that situation is that Hitchens ducked Subriel Matias and still ducking Subriel Matias. Kings don't duck, right? Subriel Matias just beat Puello. That Puello beat Sander Martin and Gary Antoine Russell. Sander Martin got robbed because he knocked down Teofimo Lopez and he beat Teofimo Lopez, but he got robbed against Teofimo Lopez, right? Gary Antoine Russell is now a world champion. Subriel Matias just beat the guy that beat both of those fighters that right now are still relevant. Sander Martin is coming off of a victory. Gary Antoine Russell is also world champion. These fighters are still relevant, while the rest ain't as relevant, right? We got Pitbull. He did pull a victory his last fight after Rayo, but Rayo hasn't really been back yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, where Josh Taylor is gone for Catterall, he's coming off of controversial victories. But most importantly, Subriel Matias isn't ducking any smoke. Every champion seems to be ducking some type of smoke with Subriel Matias. If you're ignoring him as a champion right now, you ducking, bro. Because had it been anybody else, when Leon Perro became champion, everybody wanted him. When Puello became champion, everybody wanted him. Subriel Matias is champion. Nobody won him. You see what I'm saying? Everybody wants Teofimo Lopez. There's a reason for this. Y'all don't understand. Y'all not looking at it. There's a reason why everybody wants Teofimo Lopez. Because they know that there's holes in this game. They're not scared of him. It's easy. You got Subriel Matias calling Teo Poo-C. Poo-C. Teo ducked him 3 times. And now every excuse is crazy because he just keeps putting Teofimo Lopez back against the wall. The first one was, Subriel Matias' hand was injured, so Subriel Matias countered. Subriel Matias countered with a date, not even with the money. Not a counter offer isn't a duck, especially when they don't even have to do with the finances of the fight. It's just about the date. Let's figure out the date. We want to make it happen. I just came off a fight. I'm still injured. I'll be ready set to go. About a month later. Let's do it. Let's just schedule for 1 more month later. They denied it and said that he was ducking. That don't make no sense. That means you ducked because you wasn't trying to finalize the fight between you two. That's one duck. The second duck was that same when he ducked that first time, they sent an offer to Bob Arum and Teofimo Lopez saying, listen, let's make it mandatory that we fight after your Jermaine Ortiz fight. They ducked that one. The next one was when Teofimo Lopez was complaining about not fighting any champions, right? So bro was like, Teofimo Lopez was talking about not fighting any champions because it'll add a 5-fight extension to his contract with Top Rank, and he was trying to get out of Top Rank. So he needed a contender, right? They found a contender, a top contender in Subriel Matias. And he was going to get paid his highest pay up front, the highest purse, the guaranteed purse, the highest guaranteed purse he was offered, up to $3 million, right? And he was getting the back end of the pay-per-views. Remember, he didn't want to get no champions. He got a contender that he's getting ready to get paid his highest pay. And still he ducked it. And his excuse was he had 1,000 excuses. He had that, why are we doing it in Vegas? Oh, he's not a valuable fighter. He's not why are we fighting him? Oh, the pay-per-view threshold. Oh, why isn't this a pay-per-view? Oh, bro, what is it, right? So he was even talking about the personal business between Subriel Matias and Matchroom. He was like, Matchroom dropped him. And then come to find out that Matchroom didn't drop them. That Subriel Matias left Matchroom because he figured that he could get to a title shot faster, and that's exactly what he did. He not only did he just win the WBC title, but he also got them mandatory for the IBF before that title came. So now what? What's the excuse now, right? We'll have to wait and see. But Tio did respond, and he responded a little scary. And he's with the Vargas brothers, bro. And I'm sorry, man. That's why I enjoy the youngest brother, man. The youngest brother is like the most mature one. He's the one that don't try to seem like he's doing too much. He don't force being cool. The other ones are just like legendary corny, bro. I hate to say it. Legendary corny shit. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in another video because these guys are worried about clout. They're not worried about legacy. They worried about clout. We're in a position where Teofimo Lopez has the opportunity to become a unified champion collecting one of the most valuable belts when it comes to the sanctioning bodies, the WBC. He has the WBO. He could get the WBC right now and back up all the issues talking, right? Richardson Hitchens could go take this fight right now because his first excuse was the rehydration clause. But then he faces Perro. He was mandatory for Subriel Matias. And he said no, the rehydration clause. But his very next fight was against Leon Perro with the same rehydration clause. You know what I'm saying? Now Subriel's saying, listen, we don't got a rehydration clause no more. What's up? What we doing? Right? Let's make it happen. There's no excuses now. Right? Shout out to Gary Antoine Russell, but it seems like Gary Antoine Russell's not entertaining a Subriel Matias fight right now. Let's see. I would still like to see that. WBA versus WBC champion. You know what I'm saying? That would be fire. The most exciting fight I would like to see, though, is Subriel versus Teofimo Lopez. I think that has a lot of great anticipation, right? That's the one to make. But again, this is just embarrassing for Teo. Sometimes I'll be trying to stick up for him, but it's hard to, bro. It's hard to stick up for Teo because he's not an honorable dude, bro. I hate to say it, but he's not, bro. He's not. Gary Antoine Russell, he's an honorable dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? He backs up what he talks about. You know, we got Richardson, man. What's up with Richardson, man? But why is these champions quiet now that Subriel Matias is champion? If it was easy, they'd be like, let's make an easy unification fight. Let's make this happen fast. Let's make it a unification real fast. Let's make it happen. When Rayo was champion, everybody wanted to smoke. When he was a WBA champion, everybody wanted to smoke. When Rolly was champion, everybody wanted to smoke. Why nobody wants to smoke with Subriel Matias, man? Crazy work. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments, though. I'm out. Toma!